The economic collapse just kicked into high gear. Hey, everybody, you're watching Bull Boom Bear Bust. It is March 27th, 2022. Thank you for being here. Now, first of all, I'm not in my usual recording spot. You might hear some loud mouths in the background, and I do apologize for that. But I wanted to bring you this video. I think there's some very important updates, news regarding the economic situation, and more that we're going to talk about here as we see these rising costs of living continue to surge. First, an update on the automobile manufacturing shortage, the slowdown, and the price surge that we've seen in both new and used automobiles. GM will shut down Indiana plant for 2 weeks over semiconductor shortage. We warned you about this over 6 months ago, 6 to 8 months ago. We said that there's not going to be any immediate fixing or solution to the problem. And many people accuse us of being doom and gloom, of being fear mongers. But here we are. We did see a slight pullback last month in the month-over-month number for the cost of automobiles. But again, this is an ongoing problem, and we're going to see prices continue to march higher, in my opinion, especially into the summer months here in 2022. And this 2-week shutdown is going to be at a GM plant located in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Now, combine the continuation of these prices rising with the high fuel costs, with rents continuing to surge, home prices continuing to surge. Expect a lot of pain coming up this month and at the second half of 2022 for a lot of people. Now, let's clear something up here next. There's a few, let's say, knuckleheads down in comments on this channel saying that I've been predicting falling prices. I've never predicted falling prices. I said if the easy money stops, then prices will definitely fall because these are inflated markets. These are manipulated markets. But there's no signs of the easy money stopping. So people that are actually saying that, one, they're just trying to just say something to get attention, or two, they're just reading the headlines. For example, I did a video, it had the phrase housing bubble in the title. But if you watch the video and listen to the video, what I said was this bubble is only going to get bigger. So if you just read the headlines and you look at a word like bubble, you can assume that the author of the video or that the creator of the video is predicting the bubble to burst. Well, no, you have to listen to the video. You have to listen to the information because it's not as simple as just reading the title. If it was as simple as just reading the title, we wouldn't have to talk. We wouldn't have to show you charts. We wouldn't have to give you information. We would just put out a thumbnail with the title on it, and that's all you would need to do. So, I apologize that I have to take time out just to address a few like knuckleheads in comments on this channel. But if you listen to some of these people, you would think just the opposite of what we've been talking about here on this channel. And I don't block people. I don't ban people from the channel, stuff like that. So you'll probably still see them down in comments. If you see them down in comments, please reply to their comment and let them know the real situation. These bubbles are going to continue to get bigger. The shortages are going to continue to worsen. The cost of living is going to continue to go higher. Wages are going to continue to fail to keep up with these rising costs. And people are going to get buried further and further and further into debt for the most part. Now, there's a small segment, small group of the population that's actually doing better than ever. And if you're a trader, if you know how to invest in these markets, you can actually make money. And actually, some of us here have been doing pretty well investing. But is that sustainable? Is that sustainable as we continue? Are you going to continue to be able to trade to make enough profits to keep your head above water? And what about the young people in the country? What about your kids, their kids, your grandkids? Are they going to be able to sit behind a computer and trade just to be able to put food on the table? So it's not a good situation here, folks. When only traders and investors are able to keep up with the cost of living, we have big problems. What about the grandmother who doesn't even own a computer? Is she going to be logging into her Robinhood account on her phone and investing and making enough to keep up with these rising costs? I don't think so. and we've got big trouble down the road. Let's get into the next topic here. Veteran commodities trader Doug King is out there saying get set for $150 per barrel oil on supply shock. And this is a veteran trader, and we see a chart here out of this article. This is out of Bloomberg, and we see that Russia #2 for the biggest crude exporter. Now that used to be the United States used to be #1 just a few years ago. Now some people will jump to the conclusion that these problems all just began in the past year or so, and they'll blame it on a politician. If it was just about a politician here in the US, then why are we seeing global inflation? Folks, this is much bigger than one politician. For those of you that want to sit here and blame one person or that person, go right ahead, but you're missing the picture, and you're going to be not prepared for what's coming if you think that getting rid of a politician or replacing someone is going to fix this problem, this situation, right? This is a global inflation problem. It's worse in some countries, worse than others, but this is a global problem. This is a systemic problem, and it's not going to go away anytime soon. And in fact, things are going to get a lot worse before they get better. Ultimately, I think after this next collapse, enough people are going to be awakened to the situation and how so many people were fooled about this real situation with the economy, about the real deal with the economy. Even the president came out the other day and he said food shortages are going to be real. Something we've been talking about on this channel for over 3 years. And now things are starting to come to fruition. And a lot of people that were non-believers and doubters, a lot of people that were name calling, making fun of us, saying that we're crazy preppers, they're the ones scrambling to prepare right now and scrambling and panicking, trying to keep up with these rising costs. So make no mistake about it, this is going to be an inflationary collapse. If the currency creators stop what they're doing, then you could see a deflationary collapse, but there's no sign of things letting up. There's no sign of the controllers, the money creators, pulling back on the levers and reversing anything that we're seeing here. These interest rates going up, mortgage rates going up, it's not going to be enough to bust the housing bubble. You have institutional investors. You have massive shortages still throughout the construction industry. And on top of that, the rising energy costs is something that affects all businesses, including home builders. So pretty soon, home builders won't be sell a home for what they advertise it for, because the costs are going to go up so much. By the time the home gets built, they're going to have to change the cost. And in fact, some people sign contracts for newly built homes with a clause in it that says if prices go up before the home is finished being built, that they're going to be on the hook for the higher costs. So a lot of these home buyers, people buying new homes being constructed, are on the hook for an unknown amount when they sign these clauses, because they don't know how much further prices are going to rise, how much more material shortages are going to affect the cost of the build before the home is complete. And these are referred to as escalation clauses. The buyer signs the contract, and a lot of them are shocked when it gets to the end and when the home is finally near completion and they see the final bill. So combine this with the fact that people are bidding way over the asking price for these homes. People are getting in way over their heads. You're going to see a lot of people lose their homes ultimately, but guess what? Prices will not fall down or not drop, because you have institutional investors that come in with endless amounts of newly created currency, digital currency, and they're going to continue to buy up these homes. So continue to prepare. Prices only going up. It's an inflationary collapse. Hold on to your wallets. Keep stacking. And be careful out there, folks. Thanks for watching. Big love to all of you. Bye for now. Peace.